We talked about the Bulls believing in Julian Phillips, asking the question on the last video, did they find a gem? Well, it seems like not only do they believe in this kid, but they are willing to bet a lot on this kid as they offer him an eye-opening contract. Julian Phillips has been signed to a 4-year deal. We'll talk about that and more on today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Let's go. Now, if you are new to the channel, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. It's the only channel to talk Chicago sports, how Chicago talk. So make sure that you get in tune with us, man. So the Chicago Bulls have not only, you have to think about how all of this started, right? They not only gave up 2 second-round picks to move up to go get Julian Phillips after having no picks in this draft, a 2026 and a 2027 second round to the Washington Wizards, but they have now given him a 4-year contract. This is big because this is not something that is normally done with second-round picks. Julian Phillips becomes the 12th second-round selection out of 13 to sign a 4-year contract. Details for it. He basically is getting 2023, 2024, 1.6 million, 2024, 2025, 1.9 million, 2025, 2026, 2.2 million. And then there is a team option in year 4 for 2026, 2027. That is a $2.4 million deal. I mean, you're talking about some guaranteed money here to a second round pick. AK has a lot of belief in what this young man can do. And we saw in the last game, right, how he was able to come out, actually be able to knock down the three. We know what the defensive ability is. I mean, you're guaranteeing this guy a contract. Like, you feel like he's going to be a major part of your future. This is not a normal second round pick. Or is it, right? Like, there's always in my mind, it's like, I feel a lot of confidence. I like the game. I feel like the game translates immediately to the NBA. But then I watch Marko Simonovic not touch the floor for 2 seasons and basically was gone by his 3rd year, right? Like, but at a minimum, it seems like up front, the Chicago Bulls have a ton of belief in what Julian Phillips can be at the NBA level. I'm a little bit surprised by this. I mean, listen, do I think that maybe he could have gone a little bit higher in the draft? Could he have been a guy who's at the end of the first round? Possibly. Time will tell on all of that. But at the end of the day, right, I mean, you're basically saying that not only do we believe in this guy, but we believe in this guy as a part of this young core's future. What does that mean the ceiling for this guy is going to be in AK's mind? Is he just going to be a 3-and-D guy? Maybe more. I liked what I saw out of him in the last game. I liked what we saw out of him versus Sacramento. I thought that he shot the ball extremely well. I feel like if he has the confidence to come out and take some shots, that'll be an asset here. Is this now meaning, right, like this is the guy that maybe moves in and erases the P. Will pick at the end of the day? I don't know any of this. This guy's future is basically up in the air, but at a minimum, AK is attaching himself to Julian Phillips in a way that he didn't do with Ayo Dosunmu and couldn't do with Ayo Dosunmu because of how, right, Marko Simonovic having a 3-year deal already, and you can only have one of your second round picks signed to that. So Ayo Dosunmu basically coming and getting the 2-year deal. If there's a belief in Ayo, now you got to pay Ayo $5 million up front. This is a little bit surprising to me. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's I know it seems like no money, but for a team that's coming in with minimal cash already and they can sign their guys, basically, this is kind of a gamble on their new forward. Let me know how you guys feel about him in the comments below. How do you feel Julian Phillips is going to fare? Do you feel like this is a good idea for the Chicago Bulls to go in there? I mean, you're talking about $5.7 million guaranteed. That ranks 2nd all time among all second round picks. Right, so that's 2nd all time among all second round picks ever. So there is a ton of belief in what Julian Phillips can do. I talked about him in the last video and what I feel like he is. I do believe that he is a gem. I do believe that I believe that he can be a gem, right? Like, I think he's going to be a solid NBA player. I don't know yet. Right? Like, and I'm a little bit, to me, I felt more confident that Adama Sinago transfers over to the NBA over Julian Phillips. AK clearly feeling the other way. I mean, this is confidence of somebody I would have felt the Bulls would have had if they had drafted an Amani Bates. This is the confidence that you would think you would get for somebody, right? Like if the Bulls went a little bit higher maybe in this draft, but listen, they believe in Julian Phillips, and at the end of the day, it's all going to be yet to be seen. I don't know if he's going to get a real shot to play even, right? Like Dalen Terry last season, 18th pick overall, didn't get a real shot to play. I don't know what his role is going to be on this team. I don't know what the Bulls are looking for his role to be on this team. I don't know if he is a replacement maybe for a P. Will kind of guy, because P. Will hasn't been aggressive enough, hasn't turned on the Jets enough. I mean, and here's the thing at the end of the day, this should be a signal to P. Will at a minimum, right? Like I get it, right? Like you've been in the league, you've worked out with DeMar, you've done all this. This should be a signal to P. Will that, hey, they have a belief in this kid. He plays my position. Excuse me. They have a belief that this kid could come out and fire so much that they're willing to guarantee him $5.7 million up front. That should put a fire under P. Will's butt. That he should absolutely be coming into this season with a chip on his shoulder of, hey, I got to perform. They're going to try and replace me. Maybe they're already trying to replace me. Maybe that's what this is a ploy to do, or maybe this is something to get him going a little bit more. I don't know. I'm surprised by this at the end of the day. Like I said, though, let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. I'll be down there talking with you as well. Do you like the signing of Julian Phillips to a 4-year deal? Still have a lot of options in that 4th year, but $5.7 million guaranteed. I'll be down in the comments talking with you guys as well. As always, it's your boy Pat the Designer, back at it again to continue watching our Chicago Bulls content. Click the links on the screen. Check the links in the description below. Or if you're just here for only Bulls content, make sure to check out the Chicago Bulls Breeze. That'll be linked up here as well, where we only post our Bulls videos. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Julian Phillips here, 4 years. Peace.